Welcome to John's Jeep Garage. This video is specifically about changing the oil and oil filter on a 3.8 liter engine in your Jeep Wrangler JK. Specifically, this is a 2009. So there are differences. You'll see other videos on our channel with the 3.6 liter, but for the 3.8 liter, this will definitely apply. Now, one thing, there's a bonus feature in this video. I am going to, because we just purchased this Jeep and it has over 190,000 miles, I'm going to do an engine flush. I use the Pro line Liqui Moly Engine Flush, and consider it a bonus feature. You do not have to do this for your Jeeps, but I put this in to the oil, run it for about 10 minutes on idle, just to help remove some additional deposits when I do the oil change. We'll explain it in the video. We're going to be using the 5W20. I'm going to be using the high mileage oil. It's going to take 6 quarts on average. And then I'm using the MO409 Mopar filter. All right, follow along. Glad you're with us. Thank you. All right, on your passenger side, you see your oil fill cap. Remove that. Something to note, on your OEM cap, it will tell you your oil. SAE 5W20. We are using full synthetic though. Now, in this start of the process, for me, I am using the engine flush. I am going to pour it into the oil using the whole can. And then I'm going to go ahead and start the vehicle. And I'm going to run it for about 10 minutes. If you didn't use an engine flush, the process is the same. Just run your vehicle for about 4 minutes so the oil is less viscous. Use a 1/2-inch socket for your drain plug. Yes, I know people say 13, but a 1/2 inch fits, and a 1/2 inch is 12.7 millimeters. So if it fits, use the smaller size. We're going to drain it. Be cautious. Oil's hot. You may want to wait a few minutes to make sure it's cool enough for you to work with. Adjust your drain pan underneath as needed. There are many size and style oil filter wrenches. I prefer to try to approach this situation from the top. You can approach it from the bottom. You have to be a little bit on an angle just because of access, but it's very open from the top. As you can see, I'm just showing you different wrenches here, but I prefer doing it with just a very tight grip. And I know it depends on how tight it's been put on, but using my hand and just pull it out. Make sure you have another drain pan underneath as the oil starts to flow. All right, I get a shop towel with some brake cleaner on it, and I just go ahead and clean up the edges around there because there is a little buildup. And then I go ahead and take the new filter, and I like to apply fresh oil on the gasket just to help make that seal. I have seen some people do an additional prep step by putting oil in the filter themselves. So once ready, I go ahead and apply by hand, centering it on the filter post. And then right when I get to the point where it has met the base, I go ahead and give it another 1/4 turn to a 1/3 of a turn. All right, so I go ahead and make sure my drain plug looks good, and I put it back in. I'm not going to use a torque wrench here, but if you did, it's 20 foot-pounds. For me, it gets to the base, and then it's just a bump. You don't want to over-tighten this plug. Now, we got to fill it with oil. Again, using the 5W20 full synthetic high mileage. So I'm putting 5 quarts in right now. You know it takes 6, so I'm going to put in just a little less than a quart because I want to measure it with the dipstick and not overfill it. With just under 6 quarts in there now, I'm going to put the cap back on. I'm going to start it. I'm going to let it run for maybe 2 to 3 minutes. And we'll check for leaks, and then I'm going to go ahead and measure the oil on the dipstick. It's on the driver's side. I always pull it out first, wipe it clean. You see right there that safe zone. On the minimum side, you're about a quart low, and you don't really want to exceed
the top side. You can see indicated on the rod, add 1 quart if it's at minimum. I'm going to stick it back in, but I go all the way, make sure it seats all the way. Then I pull it out. Now this is going to be clean oil, so it's going to be hard to see, so I'm going to try to create some angles for you so we can look at it. Boy, this oil looks clean. Yes, we're perfect. I don't know if you can see, I'm trying to create that angle right at that max line.
All right, that's a wrap. Let's just go over a couple quick things. Number one, this is a 3.8 liter that does take 6 quarts of oil, but there's always residual oil that's remaining in the system. So once you put your 5 quarts in and then a little bit more, go ahead and run it for 2 minutes. Let the oil circulate through the system, fill up that oil filter, and then check your dipstick because that's really where the indication of how full it should be. And in that safe range that we talked about, you want to make sure it's at the upper side of the safe range. If it's on the minimum side, even the dipstick tells you add 1 quart of oil. The other thing is your oil light indicator. To reset it, you're going to follow these steps. You're going to turn your key to the on run position, but without starting. You're going to press your gas pedal 3 times in less than 10 seconds. You're going to turn your key off and you're going to turn it back on again, and that will reset your oil light. Okay? Thank you for watching. Hope this video helped, and if it did, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.